how's everyone there feeling in Lismore, and how's the river looking?
Yeah, Bridget, I'd say things are a little bit touch and go still. I know this phrase has been used a lot, but we're really not out of the woods just yet. I'm here in Lismore and I'm in quite an interesting position. Right now I'm facing the CBD. You can't see it, but it's the main street of town, basically. And yesterday they had some relatively good news from the SES. They were allowed to return back to Lismore's CBD with caution as a result of the Wilson's River levels falling. So as soon as that advice was given out, there were dozens of shop owners heading down to Lismore's CBD to check out their businesses, and they are all empty because they had to clear them out in preparation for this major weather system. But for the most part, it looks relatively okay. But where I'm standing is on the cusp of an emergency warning in North Lismore. So it just kind of demonstrates just how dynamic and varying the impact this weather system is having on Lismore alone. So further north, Lismore CBD, you can return back there with caution. Just behind me, you can still see a lot of flooding impacting North Lismore, which is still subject to an emergency warning. In South Lismore, which is just to the right of me here, it looks like advice in that area was downgraded overnight as well. That was still subject to an emergency warning yesterday when I last checked, and this morning the SES has advised that you can return to that area with caution. The Wilson's River is running to my right as well. It seemed it peaked on Saturday at 9.31 metres and then continued to fall. It's now at a moderate flood level warning. The concern is that today in Lismore we still have some more rain on the way. So between 15 and 50 mils is forecast for this town today. Although those river levels have dropped, the concern is with more rain on the way, it could swell up again. So this morning hasn't been raining, and then it started raining again and it stopped raining again. It's going to be like that for the rest of the day, and I think as a result of that, people are still very cautious about resuming their normal lives. I know they're itching too. There's a sense of restlessness to get back to work, to reopen their business. For those that have been affected, to probably clean up. We're in a very interesting cusp at the moment between still responding to this weather system in Lismore and also recovering from it. The New South Wales Reconstruction Authority has set up a number of headquarters in the Northern Rivers region, including here in Lismore, in East Ballina, in Coffs Harbour and in Tweed Heads for anyone that does need help. The concern seems to be drawn predominantly now further south. I was speaking with locals here in Lismore yesterday, and they were saying how when the rivers start to drop here in Lismore, they go up further south. So around Kempsey, around Woodburn, which is about 40 minutes south of here, and around Grafton, which the Clarence River is at a major flood warning there, which is quite a concern. We've heard from the SES this morning that 1,800 people are isolated by floodwaters, and more than 20,000 people in northern New South Wales are subject to an emergency order and have been told to evacuate. So once again, I know I've heard it, we really aren't out of the woods just yet. There's been some signs of hope, some breath of fresh air, but we've still got a way to go.